Tennessee football is off to an impressive start to the 2025 season, but there is one thing that could hold Tennessee back from reaching its ceiling this year, and I'll tell you what that is just ahead. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. So 4 games into the year, Tennessee is 3-1, which quite honestly would have been the expectation for most Tennessee fans before the season. 3 wins and a loss to Georgia. But Tennessee has looked much better in those 4 games than even the most optimistic fan could have predicted. Joey Aguilar has taken to this offense in the best way possible. He put up over 40 points in a loss to Georgia, but a loss that showed Tennessee can match up with Georgia in a way that they have not previously in the Josh Heupel era. The Vols have looked good through the first 4 weeks to the point where not just Tennessee fans, but the rest of the college football world are talking about the Vols as legitimate contenders to go to the college football playoff, especially with the schedule that lies ahead. So what's the one thing that could really hold Tennessee back from reaching its newly established ceiling this season? Unfortunately, the answer is injuries, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But it's not just on defense. Tennessee freshman right tackle David Sanders Jr. still has not played a snap for this team. He picked up an injury in the week leading up to week 1 against Syracuse, and while it doesn't seem like it's a season-ending injury, he has yet to take the field, and I think Tennessee fans are very much in believe it when they see it mode for the former 5-star. Now, the good news on that front is Jesse Perry has played very well in his stead, and quite honestly, Tennessee's offensive line unit has been one of the best units on the football team through 4 weeks. But David Sanders won that job for a reason, so it'll be better for Tennessee to get him back on the field sooner rather than later. But unfortunately, and much more pressing, are the injuries on the defensive side of the ball, starting with the defensive line. David Hobbs was hurt before the start of the season, but Jackson Moy's injury in week 1 was a big blow. We haven't seen either of those players to this point. It feels like Moy will have a chance to play this weekend when they go to Mississippi State, but it's not ideal for a Tennessee defensive line group that has been good, but can use all the depth that it can get, especially for the stretch where they'll see the likes of Alabama and Oklahoma in the month of October. And then to the secondary, where Tennessee is still without future, potentially, first-round draft pick Jermod McCoy, the corner who tore his ACL in January, still not back this year. You hope he'll get back maybe around the midway point or later this season, but the fear there is, could Jermod McCoy reach a point where if he's being talked about as the number 1 corner in the upcoming draft, he shuts it down for the season? Nothing like that has been reported, but Tennessee fans shifting around in their seat a little bit as they await the return of Jermod McCoy. Meanwhile, his counterpart, Ricky Gibson, injured in week 1, could be out for the season. This is not ideal for Tennessee, who luckily has depth at corner. Colton Hood, the Colorado transfer, and Ty Redmond, the true freshman, have played very well in their absence, but the ceiling of this defense cannot be reached without those 2 cornerbacks, and I wonder if Tennessee has any situation where they could get one or both back at some point this season for the most important games. And look, Josh Heupel talked about this earlier this week. He's not going to use injuries as an excuse. He said there's no asterisk next to the score when you lose a game because of the players you were missing, and he was right. But it is crucially important for Tennessee to get as healthy as possible on the defensive side of the ball if they want to accomplish the things that we now believe they can accomplish in 2025.